Hi, my name is Dr. Samuel T. Robertson of Black Lotus Martial Arts Society, American Federation of Korean Martial Arts, INAKAMA, and American Federation of Martial Arts. It's been a long time. I've been training a long time. I'm 45. I've been training since I was 5. And I worked my way up the martial art field. I started out with a little black belt in 1998. And I moved that up to the very next one, was my second degree. And I've fast forward all the way up now. I'm sitting at 8 Dan and 10 Dan in my own style. Sitting at Grandmaster. I've done so much for myself. And I've done so much for my students. I promoted masters. I'm just at the stage now where I'm about to be promoting grandmasters. Hair still ain't turned gray yet, but by the grace of God, it won't. But the reason why I'm coming together with this is because it's high time that us brothering and sistering in the martial art field join the ranks of those in academia. And many of us had. I myself have done it. And oh my God, did it cost me so much money to get a certificate with a doctorate on it, and at the same time be legal. And I'm very untraditional when it comes to the side of money. I'm a very modest person. I live a very minimal life. I live in a tiny house. I'm a very minimal person. I don't. My master taught me not to jump into politics. However, my grandpa did. And I understand that politics is definitely necessary in the martial art field because it's like a gate. We got to be careful who we let in. But with that said, I've hit the very pinnacle a couple of weeks ago to where I could not go any higher. I mean, I could promote more, but still my field, there were still more in my field. Not as good as I am teaching, not as good as my martial arts skill, but as far as on paper. So as most people out there know, you as a martial artist, it's a secondary income most of the time. There's some of us that are blessed that can have martial arts all the time. But, I do know 4 people that became millionaires after teaching martial arts, and they do very well good with it. But other people, they don't really have that. They still need to go into other professions to work. We got plumbers, we got lawyers, we got doctors, we got all kinds of people in the martial art field. Me, myself, and transportation. I drive trucks and buses. So, with that said, still, at the same time, martial arts has still been a secondary income for me. As I navigate through my normal field and practice of being a driver, my martial arts skills plays a huge thing into that. How I talk to people, interact with people, how I've learned, everything that I've cultivated and learned in the martial arts, such as psychology, such as understanding the makings of the human body, philosophy, all these different things, the network of the mind, and how it all connects together, how energy is transferred and energy is sent, and how it was received. All this I've learned, the countless hours I've spent in the dojang, and I need to be able to complete that over and make it to where it goes into an academic field. How do I do that? The only way right now is through, you can get a degree with other sources, and it is a philosophy degree because martial arts is full of philosophy. Once you understand the philosophy, you understand it is in everything. You understand why it's a degree when you start studying philosophy. And so now, with all that said, you get when you training, you get a major in martial arts science because it's not still yet a martial arts science. It's not a PhD yet, but let's push the envelope. Martial artists have always been resilient. Martial artists have always been there for their country. And it's time that we definitely take charge. Now, a lot of people can't afford, right now, there's other colleges out there, and they can't afford to go out there, and they can run right into that college, and they can go to that college, and it's going to cost them lots of money. Me, myself, I can't afford to keep putting, my kids through these colleges. Now, since martial arts is considered a vocational study, a vocational skill, and now to this day, vocational studies can be applied to academia. With that said, I want to start up my own college. I want to start a college up with you. And with this college that we do, it's going to change the market of everything because Number one, it's going to provide students with the way that as they do their training and understanding, they will go head on and probably come, either they would do it with their instructor or with us. There'll still be classes they have to be done. So most of the time, I can just forward that to whatever instructor's teaching that student. They can write their essays, their instructor can test their essays, all that. We have online exams that they can go take and all this sort of kind of stuff. And most of the time is spent at the dojang or the dojo. And there they train and they learn their Pacific history about their martial arts. And they learn about the history of martial arts in the United States, which go all the way back when the United States, when they were building way back. Martial arts has been here for a long time. So all that together and understanding the body, the kinetics of the bodies, the ergonomics of the bodies, and that kind of thing, along with the martial arts, and earning their black belt, they should be able to get at least an associate's degree at black belt. And as master, get their PhD. So I propose that I start another martial arts school. I have spent tired hours combing, and I'm the kind of person is, if I pay you to do something for me, then I want to know how to do it. So therefore, if you come to my house and help me fix my car, best believe I might be sitting over there watching you do it. I'm like, because next time I don't want to have to pay for that. And the thing about it is, I want to be able to help my sons and my daughters with their martial arts as well as their academia. What would it be if you sent your kid to a place to learn martial arts and they sit in the class for years and years and you're paying countless dollars for your child to go through those martial art classes, or you already been through the martial art classes, and now there's a accredited way for you to get your degree? That's what I want. That's what I want. But this time I want it to be affordable. When I say affordable, I want it to mean affordable. When I say, look, you can buy the degree and still feed your children and you're still working on a school bus. That's when I say affordable. Affordable is you push a broom at somewhere and you still can cough up the money for your kid to have a accredited college degree, and at the same time, when everybody asks what they lean on, they're really good at martial arts. They understand that. They learn showing up, policies, procedures, and punctuality. These things is really what they want. You show up to class over and over and over again. Now you learn to teach the classes of black belt. You're learning all this information and you're becoming stronger. So guess what we say? We say, boom, let's do it. Let's enroll our kid in the local martial arts school. That martial arts school comes out and finds me through, I want to use the Black Lotus Martial Arts Society. And what we're going to do is the instructors join for free. Students join for free. There is no, one gentleman told me the other day he wanted me to join his organization, and he says, well, what Dan are you? He wanted to see my certificates. I showed him this certificate, that certificate, because I've been doing this for a while. I got all these certificates that I've accumulated, and these black belts and sashes and headbands and armbands, and I'm showing this guy this, and he's, well, that'll be X amount of dollars. I won't say who, and I won't say how much, but it was in the hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, this is absurd. Yes, I want to make good money. Yes, I want to do great things, but I don't want to do it off the back of other people. Yes, I understand other organizations are built that way, but there should be somebody that you can go to that's accredited, and they don't want your money. They want to know about the sweat and blood that you put when you in that uniform when you was training, and that's what I want. Look, you come over for a couple of $100, you show me your black belt, you show me your thing, you pass the test, whatever test we give you, a little test that you will have to do online, or the test that you've already accumulated over the years. You can orally recite or physically recite, and you can do your patterns clean, crisp. You got the best technique around, and you got the knowledge in your head. And you know what? And you can project, teach, and understand. And then those that do have other kind of problems, like for instance me, I have dyslexia. I'm not the best speller in the world, but I am intelligent. But at the same time, I have this disability, but yet that doesn't hinder me. I still thrive in other areas. I can play the piano, play the guitar. I can sing like an angel. I can do all these things, and I can bust out in martial arts and do it well. So many of these things that I've learned to do in martial arts, and I convert that all through our God Almighty. But what I'm trying to say, I've actually found out how a couple of people have been able to make their own colleges. One of the best and easiest way to do that is, I won't say how to do it, but I figured out how to do it for select few. I will understand how we can legally, accreditedly, and get a college scoring for less than $3,000. And that doesn't include probably the website, this, that, the other, the domain name and all that. Probably that'd be push for the 4, but on the count of $50,000 to $1 million that most people play, I propose we make an online martial art college university. Okay? The classes will be taught there. If they can't take the classes online, they will all be on. I have the know-how. I can make up the website myself and teach it to people after me in case I was to expire, how to continuously get this going. I want to have strong council member people that are not in it for the money, not in it for the power, but in it for the future of other martial artists. As martial artists, it is our job, and as the black belts, our job is to help the next generation. I don't want the next generation of martial artists to come over here and struggle like I've had to struggle. I want them to understand that if you practice and make yourself clean and have power and precision, that you can punch and kick your way into a better future, and as well as learn about the histories and understandings of the world around us, but still keep in with the martial arts. And then, when I'm not going too little too far, I want us to go into a theological school. But for now, we're doing the martial arts right now. So with the martial arts right now, we are a faith-based thing, but that's not to push anybody away that's doing any other Taoism, Buddhism, whatever ism you do. But we are Christian-based, but at the same time, we're going to be like Christ, and we love everybody, and we want everybody to grow, and we want everyone to prosper. So I propose this. I can get it done for maybe $3K. I'm willing to kick in time, my money, whatever it takes, but I would want to have a college, a university, not just a college, but a university where people can come and get their degree, a good, strong, powerful degree with all the credits and all that kind of stuff, and they study and work hard in their school. We're sending our kids out to the band camp. We're sending our kids all the way to colleges across around the way. They're having mass shootings at colleges and all these other kind of things. None of that's happened on the online school. And, I ain't seen nobody try to kick in a dojang and try to start some trouble. But anyway, with that said, hey, we can definitely do this. And then let's say little Timmy mama, like my mom, she broke down and she gave Grandmaster Sergio her little bit of money that she had. And Grandmaster Sergio taught me when I was 5. I thought I was born with these martial art abilities, but apparently no, because later on I was told, no, you were taught by Grandmaster Sergio when you were 5. Later on, I cultivated and learned, and all my life I've stayed with this. My mother invested with this when I was 5 years old. Here I am, 44, going on 45 next month. And guess what? I've still been kept with this. And I've been studying and looking and understanding. People spend all the time doing other kind of things, and I spend my time learning and practicing the martial arts. Been to different places, even went to Japan and trained. You know what? And I need something to show for that. I don't want the next martial artist genius to come up and struggle like I did. I want them to be able to have their associate's degree at age 18 or whatever. So a mother pays her money to her local student, and now it's time for him to get his black belt. 16, 17, 18 is probably be the thing where we can start doing it, because there's doctors. Believe it or not, there are doctors. When I tell you there's doctors, there's medical doctors at 21 years of age. I got a friend, she's graduating high school, and the girl is getting an associate's degree. My daughter is going to the same school she is, but my daughter's not getting that. She don't even know that. But yes, you can graduate from high school and other things with a degree. And martial arts are now in schools now. Right here in our little town that I live in Ennis, there's martial arts in the school. So what I'm trying to say is this, man. This is what I'm trying to propose, and that we do. Some of us volunteer, some of us donate money, and guess what we do is we sit up here and we crank out this school. We'll go through California. I don't know how we might have to do it. We might have to have a place in California and that kind of thing, but we're going to kick it off to where we're going to be able to have our school, and at the same time, somebody can pay their money at their local school, and when they get ready for their black belt, their masters and all that other kind of stuff, they come to us for a small fee. No, they're just not going to pay for their little black belt certificate and all that. They can with that. With our federation, we will encourage the instructor we'll give them this certificate, and then they have to register them, but they print and all that stuff on their own. And then that way we're not charging these people hundreds and thousands of dollars unless that's just what you want to do locally at your school. But that's not what I'm all about. My goal is for people to be able to promote, because every time I promoted, I have not had to pay that much money until I got up my master stopped training. And when my master stopped training, I went to my other master, and he didn't even charge me that much. He just charged me what the Federation charged me. And another master charged me a little bit more than the Federation, but it still was hundreds of dollars to get this done. So that's why I created this Federation. That's why I created this Federation. It's not about all the councils and how many people we can put in the pictures. It's how many accredited, solid, strong black belts, masters, and grandmasters can we create, and at the same time equip them with the same thing our academic partners have that we work beside every day. So you learn the dedication, perseverance, all that stuff in martial arts, and all the martial art history and all that kind of stuff, and all the philosophies in martial arts. Get your degree in philosophy. With a minor in martial arts or a major in martial arts, or get your PhD. That's what I propose that we do. So that would be the steps. They would probably have to at the same time go take classes at the school or something like that. I mean, at their martial arts school, like I say, or they would have certain kinds of tests that they have to take online. So we meet the requirements that the states are having. And with that said, we have check and balances, and then people can tell us how they feel about their degrees and their plans. And we're only going to help those that are really good. I'm not trying to say sloppy Joe that just barely made it through class. You know, I'm talking about some precision good martial artists that really tried their best. And they may not be the best, but they still can have tried their best, and their instructor knows that they deserve. I'm going to trust every instructor out there to go through. And maybe we have a couple slip through the cracks. The Cookie One did, even though it's prestigious as they are, they still have people slip through the crack. But for us, we're still going to support those other bigger organizations. I am with the Cookie One. I am with that. And the Cookie One does help people get their degrees. But what I'm trying to tell you, those degrees cost thousands of dollars. I don't want my degree. I don't want my kid to have to pay that. I don't want your kid to have to pay that. I don't want you to have to pay that. There's no reason why. If we're martial artists, we live by the code, the Bushido code. Therefore, as we live by the code, we do what we got to do. With that said, Grandmaster, Dr. Samuel T. Robertson IV, signing off. And I hope this has helped you clarify why I'm doing the GoFundMe, as well as explaining to the Black Lotus Society what we're doing and what we're about. A little bit more about the Black Belt Lotus Society. We do help people get their certifications, as far as their teaching certificates, as well as their training, their promotion in martial arts, such as their black belts, their titles as their masters, and we do that without costing an arm and a leg. You just got to have the sweat, blood, and tears and time in, and enough money to motivate somebody to move to the computer, register you, and get you the information and ship you your certificate. And that shouldn't be no hundreds of dollars. So as of now, unless something changes, we don't have to worry about that. So that's my goal, and that's kind of thing. And I'm hoping that those that do put money into the system, and then in their time in the system, it pays off, and we pass the torch off to the next generations. God bless. Godspeed. Stay up. I hope this helped y'all understand.